Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. This is Sonora Design, and today is gonna be a great day because we are making skinny, tall, full range, high power, low cost tower speakers. All right, guys, today we are gonna work on another skinny, tall, low cost, high end, full range tower speaker. Why? Because I don't get tired of trying to find reference speakers for myself. Reference is kind of subjective in this sentence. It has to fulfill my needs. It has to sound good to me, and I hope it sounds good to you. And I'm gonna report everything in this video. Don't worry. As you guys might know, I could spend like a few $1,000s and buy a pair of B&W, ELAC, CAF, Sonos, Faber, Warfadale. I bet I'll be happy with it. But I like to make my own speakers, because otherwise what's the point of having this channel, right? We are trying to achieve a same good result with a lower cost and having all the fun of building and making and achieving a result with our own like tools and knowledge and trial and error, and yeah, that's it. All right, so what are my needs? I usually don't have a subwoofer. At some point, I'm gonna make subwoofers here in this channel. So don't worry, guys, okay? We are gonna make subwoofers, big ones, because that's what you guys like it, and I know it. I want my speakers to have a big amount of bass and a big sound and a small footprint. It doesn't have to be like a monster, a huge enclosure with a huge box and like large drivers. You gotta be compact, efficient, small. I want to spend at around $300 on drivers, $200 to $300 on drivers, maybe another $200 on material. So at the end of the day, we're gonna have like a $400 to $500 cost speaker, maybe a little over. The thing is that we still want them to sound like 4 or 5 grand speakers, right? All right, so after all this conversation, we have to talk about our goals. Good sounding speakers, no subwoofer, low bass, small footprint, aesthetics. It has to look good. It always have to look good. Not many components, crossovers and resistors and capacitors. Let's make it sound natural. All right, so according to our goals, I decided to go with a full range driver and a couple of woofers. So maybe we'll have 2 woofers and a full range. Why the full range? First, because I have it here. I have those Markaudio drivers here. You guys can see here on the back. I worked with a few of them. We made those speakers here in the channel and I really like the result. So we are gonna work with Markaudio full range driver, the CHR-90. All right, then you're gonna ask me, okay, if you plan to use a 5-inch full range driver, 2 5-inch woofers, why don't you get like 2 bit basses and get a tweeter? First, because I love the full ranges. Because I want the low mids, and highs to come from this single driver. Because I love the sounding of it. You're going to use the full range drivers with woofer to get a bigger sound, more bass. You guys know that bass demands more power and more area to move a lot of air, because the low frequencies are too long and all of that. So that's why those speakers like the tower ones have like 25 woofers and 1 little tweeter on the top. You need more of the bass to get the same amount of SPL as a tweeter. I got asked already, like, about those little speakers. They're like, if the full range drivers were working more like tweeters. You gotta be careful, because otherwise, yeah, you're gonna end up using them as tweeters. They could sound like from 2K and up. We don't want that. I wanna hear like 200, 300 hertz on them, you know? Maybe not on those, because those are like 4 and 3 inches. They're like a little small and less powerful. Those CHR-90s are 40 watts, which is a pretty good amount of power, and they're 5 inches, so I think we can get to like 200 hertz. Actually, those drivers would probably work in a vented design. They're probably gonna reproduce a lot of bass, but maybe in the future. I really want to do that. I really want to keep working with full range drivers. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see more of full range drivers here. We can do like in quarter wave transmission lines, backloaded horns, or whatever. I can like just make new designs, test new full range drivers. So for now, we're gonna use the CHRs as our mid-bass, mid-high frequency speaker, and we're gonna add a couple of woofers to help increase the bass and get it to sound like bigger. And that's our plan for today, okay? Let's get it on, guys. Alright guys, so guess what? We are here in the garage and we have the computer and I'm recording the screen. I'm gonna tell you something. I might change my mind during this whole process. We have the goal, we have a plan, and we have kind of the drivers we want. But I'm gonna do some tests before we assemble this box. So I don't know if you guys are the type of speaker builders that make test box, but we might test the drivers before and see what we get before cutting all the hardwood and trying to get the speakers done. Because you know, it might sound good in a computer and the software, but at the end of the day, what matters is what I'm hearing. So it gotta sound good to me. This is the best tool you guys have, your ears. So if it sounds good, it means you achieved whatever you're looking for. I don't know, at least for myself. So for now, we are gonna order the drivers, the 5-inch woofers, okay? I want 3 5-inch drivers on the front because it looks good. We're gonna have to get bass out of 5-inch drivers. That's my first idea. It might not work and we might have to change everything, and I'm gonna do it. I promise I'm gonna post even if it doesn't work, because then I'll have to make it work, okay? So we are here on Medi Sound Speaker Store. They sell those incredible Markaudio full-range drivers. And as soon as we were buying the Markaudios from Medi Sound Speaker Store, we're gonna check for low budget, in budget woofers. So we get to Medi Sound Speaker Store, we go to speaker drivers, and you can get here on woofers, and we get woofers of approximately 5 inches, and you got all the 5 inches woofers here. We sort by lowest price. I never worked with silver flute, but I've heard very good things, and I've watched a bunch of reviews about the SB Acoustics. I'm really inclined to SB Acoustics, okay? It is a little more expensive, but I think it looks good. It's a paper cone. We are gonna go with SB Acoustics. I have it here because I was researching before. And we have the SB Acoustics SB15MFC30-8 5-inch. Paper cone woofer, 8 ohms, round. Okay, it's round. We are gonna use an 8 ohm because we're gonna use 2 of them. And I wanna wire them in parallel so we get 4 ohms, okay? It's just because we can get more power out of the amplifier. Some people like 8 ohms better because it keeps the amps more like relaxed when they're playing 8 ohm speakers. Our full range is 8 ohms. The thing is, if we had a 4 ohm group of woofers, they're gonna get more power than the 8 ohm mid woofer. So as soon as we need more power for the bass, we're gonna go with the 8 ohms for now, okay? And that's our plan for today. If we get a vented box with 9.9 liters, 0.35 cubic feet. A 1.5 diameter vent by 4.5 long, blah, 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 F3 of 50 hertz, which is great, okay? We can work with that. So we have the impedance, 8 ohms. We have the free air resonance, the FS, 45 hertz, which is pretty good. Sensitivity, that's important, 87 decibels, okay? 40 watts. Our full range driver is 40 watts. Okay, we got the parameters. We have all we need. Guess what? They get a look like the same diameter. And we got 150 wide. That's our woofer, and guess what? Let's go to our Markaudio CHR-90 Gold 5-inch full range driver. Now it is a 151 millimeter. Okay, so it's 1 millimeter wider, which is like pretty much the same. The FS is 44 hertz. So we have the VAS, 26 liters, 40 watts nominal power, X max 7 millimeters, and that's the graph. That's the impedance one. That's the frequency response. Usually we have like this bump here. It's a kind of a baffle step compensator already for a natural compensator from the driver. So that's the driver we're gonna use. But the thing is, we're gonna put it in a sealed box, and even though they're not meant to be in a sealed box, they're gonna play less low bass, okay? And that's what we want, because we want to use the whole power. I don't want them clipping because of they're moving too much, you know. Okay, we have 4. It's gonna cost us $138. At the end of the day, we have 270 on drivers. Okay, so those are the drivers we have. Maybe we'll spend another 200 in materials, maybe 3. We're gonna be about 500 to 600, I guess, or I hope. Let's move on, guys. Let's catch some ideas now. Alright, I got some sketches here. Okay, I did a bunch of studies here, and I think I don't like any of them. Well, the thing is, our box is gonna be skinny, tall, with 3 drivers. I did some measurements online on the, not online, base box on the speaker software to get the volume kind of those drivers. So 3 drivers, and the box might not be that big. We're gonna try and keep it to maybe 36 inches, like 90 centimeters. It's all right. So let's try that. So it's gonna be a skinny tall speaker, and the side view, I didn't know like what cut to do, you know, like maybe incline the front a little bit, maybe incline the whole thing, maybe just like cut the top 90 degrees, the back like straight and the bottom straight. I don't know. Well, then we have this with a inclined front. Guess what? I didn't like it. It's more like a pyramid shape. I don't like it. We got to another one, which is like the skinny tall. Okay, with the port on the bottom. So it could be just making it all squared, rounded edges. I mean, it's easier and it looks good. So I think I'm gonna keep it all like squared, okay? Right angles all over, rounded corners. We're gonna get measurements and keep moving. Let's do it. It's a lot. And this is just the beginning. Guys, so guess what? We're waiting for the drivers to get here, but I had to do something meanwhile. So I make those boxes so we can test, we can try our full ranges. I don't know, maybe might get some curves. Alright, so we have a couple of boxes that we're gonna try here. So let's pretend this is the top section of our enclosure. The thing is, guys, we can keep testing those speakers, but guess what? I went through the magic closet and I found some stuff. Let me show you. I have here 5-inch esoteric series from Dayton Audio. Those are beautiful. Beautiful and expensive. So that's why we're not using them for now. Or maybe we can. The thing is, we have it already. And guess what? The diameters match pretty good. Okay, the esoteric is like a couple millimeters wider. But that doesn't matter. We have both here. And they might look beautiful in a box. I don't know, I might be changing my mind already. Okay, that's what I found. Pretty good driver, but guess what? It doubles our budget basically, because those are so expensive. Oh, right, look what I found. The Tank Band W5 paper cone subwoofer, 5 inches as well. Not as beautiful as the other one, but it's a nice subwoofer and it plays pretty well. Okay, so we have those two. I mean, we have a bunch of 5-inch drivers here. We can build a Frankenstein. Okay, so we have like a trio. Yeah, we have like a subwoofer, a woofer, and a full-range driver. Let's move on, okay? I'm gonna cut the drivers, the holes. I have a test boxes and we can like just, I don't know, test it all and wait for the drivers to arrive, okay? Let's keep moving. Bye. All right, we got it. This is gonna be our test. I have like an improvised box stand here. So that's gonna be our box for now. I'm gonna listen to that and see what happens, okay? That's our box. There's no crossovers for now. Might have to go to the computer, okay? I gotta tell you something. I was listening to the full ranges, and the first impression is impressionante. They sound amazing. Even on the sealed box. Yeah, it's probably cutting at around 100, 120. So I'm gonna try and work on a crossover. Okay, I don't know, let's play around and see what happens, okay? All right, let's move on, because it's looking good. All right, guys, let me tell you something. It's raining like crazy in Los Angeles. So the thing is, I'm ready to make some measurements, okay? So I have the base box here. I was testing like a bunch of different boxes. And I have everything set up, okay? We are gonna get the FRD and ZMA for the woofer and the full range, okay? Because we don't have the right drivers that we wanna use, the SB Acoustics. So we're gonna play with that first, okay? And we're gonna try and play with the crossovers and see what's happening. I got the DATs here. That's V3. It's a nice tool. I have the microphone. The mini DSP, unique microphone. 1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3, check, check, check. And the amplifier. And I have REW here on the other computer. So we're gonna get the frequency response, get the impedance curves on the DATs. Let's start doing it. I'll keep you guys posted, okay? Wait a little bit because I have to set it all up now. I got the setup, the microphone, speakers are here behind me, 1 meter away. I have the amplifier set up and I have it connected to the laptop where I have REW, okay? And we're gonna open our measurement here and start measuring the CHR-90 on a 6-liter box. Let's go. damn it. Did you guys hear all the noises? Okay, let's try again. Well, we got a measurement here. Alright, it kind of looks okay. Kind of what we wanted. Less bass, more mids and highs. As I told you guys in the garage, it would play 100 hertz. I said 100 or 120. I'm pretty close. I'm impressed. Okay, it's pretty much the response in a sealed box. Okay, the highs are pretty high, mids are pretty mids, and the lows are pretty low. So that's what we want, kind of. We're gonna work with that. Let's save that. Okay, CHR-90 FRD 6-liter closed box. That's the file we want. And as soon as we're here, we can get the response from our exoteric. Okay, let's switch. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's do it. Okay, guys. So we have a big amount of bass. Yeah, that's right. It plays bass. Okay, guys. Let's save those files and go to the impedance Z files, FRD and ZMA. We got this one, and then we go to File, and then we go to Export Measurement as text. Okay. File name is gonna be CHR-90.FRD. We're gonna save on desktop. Great. Okay, let me change the setup. I'll be back. So we open that and we have it connected to our woofer. And then we're gonna measure the impedance. Got it. Wow, I got bumps here. Okay, we got the first curve. Can you save as? Export. That's formatted text or ZMA. We're gonna save to desktop. 150 ZMA. Let's switch. Okay, it's a little bigger so you guys can see it better. Let's run the sweep. Save, edit, file, export, CHR-90 ZMA. Alright guys, so we saved the FRD and ZMA. We extracted them. I loaded it already on XSIM. So we have XSIM right here. We loaded the files here, and I was playing a little bit actually. This is what we have, okay, for now. That's the graph. Check it out. At the end we got some bass, mids, highs, like really highs. But it's okay. I'm not concerned with that right now. I'm more worried about like finding a good cutoff frequency for the crossover. Okay, this is just a test with the esoteric and the full range, the CHR. So that's the frequency response we get. Okay, so the CHR, it attenuates a little bit at 750, goes down 5 dB and keep going down. Okay, but it plays the whole spectrum until like 100 hertz. So we need a woofer that's gonna play lower than 100 hertz. So we had a coil here of 2.5 and a capacitor of 15, a resistor of 7.5. That's what we have for now, guys. Tomorrow is another day. All right, good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. We are gonna listen to them now. I have the woofers, I have the full ranges. We have kind of a crossover. Those ones I showed you yesterday. I'm gonna put them together right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, remember, those woofers are not the woofers we're gonna use. Or maybe yes. We don't know yet. But for now, let's try it. Okay? I don't know who packed those things, those coils, but they do such a good job. It's hard. Good job, guys. And every time I use scissors, guess what? I cut the wires. See? Piece of a wire. The highs are gonna be 15 microfarad capacitor with a 7 ohm resistor. I'm excited. All right, it's on. Because there's nothing connected, right? I forgot the cable inside. Just a minute, guys. Okay, let's plug it in. Let's play. Guys, it sounds good. It sounds really good actually. Has a lot of bass. Those drivers are amazing. If I crank the volume, the CHRs start clipping. I don't like that. Maybe because the frequency is going too low. As I remember on the curve, it goes like all the way to 100 hertz at maybe minus 6 dB or 7 or 8 watt. I don't know, but it's still like popping on the bass. That's my impression for now, but the sound is really good. It's just because I like a lot of power and I like it loud. I want to hear it loud, right between the eyes. I love it loud. Yeah. Let's move on, guys. All right, guys. So let's get some measurements because, I think it passed the listening test. It's not the speaker we were making, it's like just test cabinets and those improvised boxes and crossovers, but it sounds good already. So it passed the test and we're gonna start designing the box. I already got the volume for the woofers, around 22 liters. Around 6 liters for the full range, and we can work with that. I don't remember the port, but it's gonna work at the end. Let's get the volume, the sizes, and then we can get the material. I really want to make a walnut box. I know it's pricey. I have like a couple of speakers here, which are the Mid Brothers, and that's the something that didn't work as well. So I got the measuring tape, calculator. We are gonna start with width. Let me get our measurement. We have 15 centimeters. 15 centimeters on the other driver, so we need 15 centimeters at least. I would say we'll get maybe half a centimeter each side or 0.8. I mean, if we go to 16.6, we'll have like 8 millimeters each side, which is good. I want it to be skinny. Remember, on our goals, it's gotta be like a small footprint, like a skinny, small tower speaker. Let's do 16.6. So we have 3/4 material, which is 18 millimeters, which is 3.6. Then we take 16.6 minus 3.6 is 13 centimeters. It's gonna be 13 centimeters inside. Wait, wow. This is 16.6. So it's gonna be this thin. I'm gonna draw the box here. So it's gonna be 16.6 wide by, we said what? 36, right? It's around 91 and a half. Let's do 90. Let's see what happens. Guys, this is just the beginning. And deep, we got, okay, let's do 35. And let's discount the wood. 90. We have top, bottom, inside piece, port, bracket. So maybe we'll take like 7.2 centimeters. Then we're gonna have 82.4. Let's try that. Okay. We have 8. Wow. 42 liters. Let's shorten it up a little bit, because if we're sitting down on a couch, yeah, we're at around 110. Okay, this is maybe too deep. 29.4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'll keep that 39 internal liters, and then we can adjust. Let's get the wood, start cutting the wood, and then when we start putting it together, I'll make some more calculations and see what we can get. From 22 to 30 liters. It's 8 liters, it's a lot, but it might work or not. If not, we can always like make it smaller. But guess what? we cannot make it bigger. Right? Let's move on, guys, because it's looking good. All right. I'm here. I'm gonna buy wood, guys. Thank God. It's not raining anymore, so I can drive this crappy old truck to the hardwood store. Okay. I guess it's the first time I'm driving since I fixed the brakes and the suspension. It's running. I can drive a few blocks and go buy wood. Walnut for our project. I don't know if I have turning signals, braking. Here we are. All right, guys. That's it. See you soon. Tell you something. I'm a little embarrassed here. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, can you see it? Can't let me go to the hardwood store by myself. I need to be supervised. So, thing is, this is not all the wood we're gonna use in this project. I bought more for sure. I always do that. We could make our speaker with hardwood, but at the end, it's gonna cost us like $300-400 in hardwood. We might change our plans. But anyways, I got all the hardwood I wanted. I'm gonna go back home and get ready to start building our speaker, okay? I bought a sheet of walnut veneer, $90. I have some plywood and I bought some hardwood. So at the end, if we use like the sides, veneer on the sides, hardwood in the front, top, and all over, all around, then yeah, we might keep it to $200 plus like 280 or for the drivers, $500-600 design. We'll see at the end. Don't worry for now. Let's go back home and work. But I gotta tell you something. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, we got to the end of video number 1. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we have a couple of beautiful speakers on the background. Video number 1, we set up our goals. We selected drivers. We took measurements. We bought the material. And on video number 2, we are gonna build those speakers, okay? So I really encourage you guys to check video number 2 because those speakers, they look good. Yeah, that was one of our goals. But another goal was to sound amazing, and guess what? They sound amazing. It's really impressive. Ask me anything. Please feel free to add me on Instagram and we can talk because this is a lot of fun. Let's move on, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.